So I'm finished stocking this little cupboard. So up here is a little more kind of healthier stuff, and down here is a little more stuff like treats, like some marshmallows, some cereal. And then inside the oven, we have cookies and bread. All right, now we need to set up mostly more the outside now. But let's finish up in the inside. Here's a little blanket. It can go on their little bed here. And this couch actually does convert into a bed. So I'll show you that right now. So we're gonna take everything off of it. And then if you have the OG Girl trailer, you'll see that there's a little hole down here, and that this looks like it might be able to move more than it does like over here. So then you see this little hole, pop your finger in, pull it out, and straighten it. And then there. Then you put a little pillow, your mattress, maybe another pillow, and then you take a doll, oops, lay her down. And then it's time for bed. The bed only does hold one doll bed, even though the whole trailer can hold up to about 3. The bed actually only holds one doll. Then you might see this little switch right here. This helps this part with locks while it's laying down like this. This part, look, this part doesn't lock. These two parts don't lock, but this one does, to make sure that your doll doesn't fall. So when you fold it up like this, you're going to want to flip that switch to unlock it. And then it'll stay locked in that position then. So then, put everything back down. There we go. And now we're going to start working a little more on the outside of the trailer. All right, so let's set up our little picnic blanket. And these girls do like stargazing a lot, so I'm gonna put this up. It's a telescope that keeps collapsing. Okay, there we go. Now hopefully it doesn't collapse this time. And like I said, this is a combination of sets. So there is some real American Girl doll stuff. There is going to be a little bit of OG Girl things, like the whole trailer, this picnic blanket. A lot of it is OG Girl, but some of it is going to be real American Girl. All the books are American Girl. The pillow is actually My Life. And the cushion is OG Girl. And this blanket, it's kind of just a scrap blanket that I found downstairs in my basement. So now that I have this kind of tucked on the burner, I'm going to pull this down and pull it across, like that. Put my sponge up here. And now let's continue working on the outside. I forgot about these pots and pans. So there is a little compartment, and this camper did actually come from my friend. And if you look inside, you can see there are some slots for shelves. And mine, since I got it from a friend, didn't come with shelves. So I don't know if when you buy this camper in stores, whether it has this little compartment area blocked off or not. But it does in my trailer, so I like to use it for pots and pans. Push my little pots and pans under here. And there. And now we're going to continue working on the outside. So I have my little fire that if you watch my first video, you do see that it can light up if you click this button, and it does kind of flicker like a real fire instead of just staying completely still. the flickering feature does give it a little more of a campfire-y look. And then I have a little Frisbee. This came in a picnicking set. So again, this is a bunch of different sets combined, and if you want all this stuff, you're probably going to have to go to several Target stores, maybe a few different Walmarts, and look all over on AmericanGirlDoll.com. So I'm going to put the little Frisbee down right there, and then they have a little grill. Opens up, take the grid out, and inside you see some charcoal that's a little red because it's a little bit burning. Stuff on. And now we have a clothesline because I have a lot of swimming gear over here. So I'm going to put up this to help my doll's swimming gear dry out. So I'm going to move Olivia over here, the chair, and then put this tape right up here. And this, again, some of this stuff is homemade, and this clothesline is homemade. So if you want a clothesline, then you, I don't know, American Girl Doll or OG Girl or My Life might make a clothesline in a camping set or something, but as far as I know, they don't. So if you find one, put it in the comments below where you found it and how that you got it and what set it was. And so now that I have that, I'm gonna put up this set on here on the clothesline to dry. Oops, dropped my camera. There. Oop. Okay, well I'm gonna have to put this on later because it does not want to stay on at the moment. And then here's a little skillet that I put over here and some clean dishes that are drying. And here's a little hiking stick that I, again, homemade. If you know of a hiking stick that My Life, OG Girl, or American Girl makes, again, put it in the comments below where you found it and what set it was. So I propped that up against my camper is the way that I like to put up my hiking stick. And then I bet I could try and swing this stuff on. Here, let's see. Yeah, this came on easily, but I don't know about that leg vest. It's just not coming on. And then, so I'll scatter some sticks to make it a little more realistic. Because my family goes camping a lot and there's always sticks. And since we have 4 dogs camping, probably gonna want a little food and water for them. And then flashlight for seeing in the dark. The batteries, unfortunately, in this have died, and they are replaceable though. We just don't have the right batteries to replace them. And as you look here, you can turn this on. Like I said, we just don't have the batteries to replace the ones that the ones that failed. So I'm gonna put that in here by my big fruit bowl of a combination of lots of fruit from different sets. Then I have a little firefly jar that came in a kind of like Girl Scout or Boy Scout set. It's called, they call it OG Scouts in the set, but it's kind of like Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts if you're in those organizations. And I'm going to put that out here, right off Frisbee on the picnic blanket. We don't want to get sunburned because they're going to be camping by the beach. So here's a little sunscreen. Put that by our flashlight. A toy bone for the dogs. I'm going to just scatter that and see where it lands. A camera. Now this camera, you're probably not going to find unless you find it on like eBay or something, because this was part of the Girl of the Year for 2016, Leah Clark. And I did not have an American Girl doll then, but my parents bought me this set, and it came with Leah Clark's camera. So you're probably not going to get this exact camera, but there are a lot of sets that have cameras, just not this exact camera. And now you can actually see we have been making some progress with putting this stuff away. So now I have some beach flippers and some goggles that I'll put over here to dry behind the grill because they're out swimming. And then I'll put this with my other life vest put up in a little bit. Then for some yard games to entertain themselves, they have some badminton. This has 3 badminton clubs. I don't know what those are called, but it has 3 badminton little clubs and 3 rackets. So I'm gonna put those right here on the picnic blanket under the telescope. And then a little plate that I'm also going to put here by the telescope because they kind of like eating. And I'm actually going to move some stuff to try and maximize my space. And then some sunglasses. This is probably the last thing I'm going to put up. Alright, now my girls can enjoy their new camper and a lovely little campsite with their dogs. I just need to spread the dogs out. And put in the girls. Hi, Lola. My life jacket's over here, laying on the ground. And there we go. This is my little campsite. You can collect a lot of sets to make this whole scene, but some of the things probably will be at least a little different. And since you didn't really get to see under the sink, I'm going to show you that right now. Alright. So I did show you that this is not as healthy stuff and this is more healthy stuff. But I'm going to give you a little few of the things that you can get in the Camping Camper Extra set. So if you see those cereal boxes in the back, those you can get in the extras pack. 2 muffins and a burger. There's some Nutella behind this trail mix here. There goes some peanut butter and peanut butter. There's some Nutella. This trail mix does not come with the set. It comes, I'm pretty sure it comes with the OG Scout set. So if you really want this, you're probably going to have to get the OG Scout set. Alright, this is my little perfect campsite for my dolls. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.